The life and sad ending of Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott was born Melissa Arnette Missy Elliott on July 1st, 1971 in Portsmouth, Virginia, to Ronnie Elliott, a U.S. Marine officer, and Patricia Elliott, who worked as a coordinator at a power company. Ever since a child, she wanted to become a performer, but no one paid attention to her. As a child, her father's anger and violent behavior towards her mother affected her deeply. By the time she turned 14, she and her mother had left their father's home. She took her first step in the world of music by forming the R&B group Fazy, along with her friends. The group came up with the numerous demo tracks, including the promo First Move. It was in 1991 that she caught the attention of Jodeci member and producer Devontae, for whom she sang backstage during a Jodeci concert. Impressed by the performance, Devontae assisted her to relocate to New York, where Fazy signed with Elektra Records. The group comprising Elliott, Timbaland, and Barcliff was christened with a new name, Sista. In New York, she indulged in multiple tasks. While she wrote and rapped as Raven Simone's 1993 debut single, That's What Little Girls Are Made Of, she contributed as a songwriter for Jodeci's last two albums, Diary of a Mad Band and the show, The After Party, The Hotel. Together with her friends, she came up with the debut Sista album for all the sistas around the world. However, the album was never released. Nevertheless, one of its songs, It's Alright, was featured in the 1995 movie Dangerous Minds. Along with Timbaland, she worked as a producer and songwriter for various singing sensations, including Aaliyah, Nicola Ray, Destiny's Child, and so on. They created numerous hits together, such as If Your Girl Only Knew, One in a Million, What About Us, Get on the Bus, and so on. Simultaneously, she began her solo career as a rapper in several albums of prominent singers such as Sean Puffy Combs' Bad Boy remixes, Gina Thomason's The Things You Do, and MC Light's Cold Rock Party. She then signed a deal to East West Records to create her own debut album. Timbaland was appointed to produce the partner role, and she retained the almost all solo releases in her career. Amidst several guest appearances and rapping for other sessions, she released her debut album, Supa Dupa Fly, in 1997. The album was a raving success and peaked at the U.S. music charts, eventually achieving platinum certification. It gave her instant recognition as a female rapper in the music industry. Meanwhile, despite the perfect debut launch, she continued to work as a producer and songwriter for other artists, coming up with several chartbusters such as Total's Trippin', Whitney Houston's My Business, and Oh Yes, and Melanie Brown's I Want You Back. In 1999, she came out with her second studio album titled The Real World, which replicated the success of its predecessor. The album sold about 3 million copies and included hit singles such as She's a Bitch, All in My Grill, and Hot Boys. In May of 2001, her studio album, Miss E, So Addictive, was released. The album included chart-topping singles such as 1 Minute Man, Get Your Freak On, and For My People. It received positive reviews from musical critics and was certified platinum. Her exceptional skills at songwriting and rapping were applauded when Tweet's double single, Oops, Oh My, was released. The song hit the top 10 in the charts and was critically acclaimed. Released in 2002, her fourth album, Under Construction, earned her worldwide acclaim. The album focused on old-school sound and came up with hit singles including Work It, Gossip Folks, and it became the best-selling female rap album ever with 2.1 million copies sold in the United States and her most successful album to date. In 2003, she released her fifth studio album, This Is Not a Test. Though its singles Pass the Dutch and I'm Really Hot were very well received, the album was not exceptionally well received as her earlier albums. The year 2005 witnessed the release of her sixth studio album, The Cookbook. The album debuted at number 2 on the U.S. charts. Its singles earned her a positive review from both public and critics. In 2006, she came out with her compilation album, Respect Me, which was released by Atlantic record label. The album contained a collection of singles from 6 of her previous released albums. In 2010, she went on a massive 2-part tour to various parts of Europe, Australia, Asia, and Africa. In June that year, she also performed at the H1's Hip Hop Honors, The Dirty South. In 2012, she went and released 2 exclusive singles for iTunes. The singles were Ninth Inning and Triple Threat. Timbaland appeared in 2 snippets of the single Triple Threat. In 2013, she directed Shariah J's latest music video, Smash Up the Place, Snatch Your Wigs, which became her first direction since Chingaling. Elliott has said she wants to start a family, but she's afraid of giving birth. In 2008, she stated, "I don't know if I can take that kind of pain or labor. Maybe in the year of 2020, you could just pop a baby out and it'd be fine. But right now, I'd rather just adopt." Elliott and her father speak occasionally, but the rapper says she has not forgiven him for the domestic violence she witnessed towards her mother. In June of 2011, Elliott told People magazine that her absence from music industry was due to hyperthyroidism disorder known as Graves' disease. She was diagnosed after she nearly crashed a car from having severe leg spasms while driving. She experienced severe symptoms from the condition, and she couldn't even hold a pen to write songs. After treatment, her system stabilized.